of the legislation we passed in the last Congress, reaching an annual rate of $190 billion of private sector investment in manufacturing jobs in America, the highest that rate has ever reached. Let me repeat that. That's the highest it has ever reached under the previous administration, which was less than half of that. Wages continue to grow faster than inflation, which has fallen to less than half of what it is a year ago, but still administration it down. More Americans are working today than at any point in our history. Think of that. More working Americans today than any time in our history. Americans have the grit, the ingenuity, and the determination. They just need the tools. They need the wherewithal, the opportunity to, as I say, make it in America. That's why we passed laws to lower their health care, prescription drug, and energy costs. It's why we took historic action to build safer communities and to expand care for our veterans. And it's the reason that we made once-in-a-generation investments in infrastructure and manufacturing to create jobs, strengthen our supply chains, and give a better quality of life for our people. The impact of these policies will only continue to grow as we implement these historic laws. The President's going to talk about those. I've been proud to help lead House Democrats in that effort as chair of the new Regional Leadership Council and in the last Congress as Majority Leader. We're ensuring that these transformative laws reach every American in every corner of the country, from our biggest cities to our smallest towns and most rural areas. No matter where they live, all Americans deserve to see how these laws are investing in America, investing in Americans, creating jobs, lowering costs, and strengthening the middle class. I congratulate and thank President Biden and his administration for advancing that mission here in Maryland and throughout the country. Yeah, that's the applause line. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren, I thank President Biden for investing in a stronger, healthier, more competitive, and more job-producing America, today, tomorrow, and for generations yet to come. Now I'm pleased to introduce the junior senator, Chris Van Hollen. Soon to be the senior senator from the state of Maryland, Chris Van Hollen.
All right. Thank you, Steny. Thank you, Steny Hoyer. It's an honor to be back here at Prince George's County Community College. To President Williams, thank you for your leadership. To the amazing faculty, staff, and the students at Prince George's County Community College, if you could please join me, Steny Hoyer, Ben Cardin, and our Governor Wes Moore in making sure that President Biden can hear your welcome backstage here. Thank you for being here, President Biden. That is a warm Maryland welcome. You know, this community college helps create strong career pathways so that students can achieve their dreams. So it's fitting that President Biden is here today to talk about his economic agenda, because Bidenomics is about creating pathways to make the American dream come true for all Americans. You know, for far too long, the reigning economic ideology in this country, and it's a fact that this has been especially true among Republicans and the MAGA crowd, has been the idea of trickle-down economics. You know what that is. It's the idea that you give big tax breaks to the very, very wealthy, and that somehow the benefits of those tax cuts will trickle down and lift everybody else up. That's the theory. The theory is that those tax cuts will provide, a rising tide that will lift all boats. Well, that's the theory. Joe Biden knows that in the real world, it just doesn't work that way. He knows that in the real world, In the real world, trickle-down economics is about making sure that the cuts help rise